Many people are wondering when they might expect a first view of the Galaxy Watch 8 when the S25 series reveals, most likely on January 22nd. The Watch 7, Samsung's newest flagship wearable, almost exactly replicates its predecessor. Though it has the same design, displays, health data, and battery life as the Watch 6, it does include a speedier Exynos chip and additional storage, as well as changed heart rate LEDs and dual-band GPS. The Galaxy Watch 8 might be more your pace if you were expecting a more radical update. A few speculations regarding future Galaxy Watch capabilities that weren't ready for the Watch 7 but could arrive for the Watch 8 have surfaced. Now, while we wait for more specific rumors in the next months, we will run over those leaks. And we'll write out our wish list for what the Galaxy Watch 8 should do differently to keep Samsung's lead atop the best Android watches. Back in March, Samobile said that Samsung management planned to move from its long-running circular Galaxy Watch design for a squircle shape, one it hadn't utilized since the Samsung Gear S in 2014. The idea is strongly being considered internally, the report said. We noted at the time that Samsung couldn't change the Galaxy Watch 7 by the summer, but that the Galaxy Watch 8 would be an obvious contender for a substantial design adjustment if this claim is true. Of course, many people would detest a squircle Galaxy Watch since it too much reminds them of the Apple Watch. But when Samsung aped Apple by releasing a square-shaped Galaxy Watch Ultra, leaving behind its own Pro and Classic shapes of models past, it might continue this trend in 2025 with a square-display Galaxy Watch 8. We later heard via South Korean news site Pulse News that Hon Pak, Samsung's vice president and head of digital healthcare, intends to bring new health tracking functions to Galaxy Watches, notably blood glucose and diabetes monitoring. Though earlier estimates predicted blood glucose monitoring would take a few years to come, that same source said Samsung will create the technology as early as the second half of 2024. The Galaxy Watch 7 may not have blood glucose, but it does include the redesigned biosensor capable of tracking your body's Advanced Glycation End Products Index. The advanced glycation end products arise when sugars interact with proteins or fats in your bloodstream, and they flag potential health concerns including diabetes or kidney failure. Evidently, Samsung aims to continue tracking new health vectors over time, employing Galaxy AI to improve the results. So we should expect the Galaxy Watch 8 to continue this health tracking revolution, whether it includes blood glucose or something more reachable. We've yet to hear further information. Not unexpected, since we're probably about 6 months out from the Galaxy Watch 8, but we'll keep this hub updated with any other leaks as they come in. The Galaxy Watch 7 makes some substantial upgrades. A speedier Exynos chip, double the storage, a daily energy score based on sleep and fitness data, 3 times the LEDs for more precise health tracking, sleep apnea detection, and more. Our Galaxy Watch 7 hands-on time offered us a good peek at what to expect. So, aside from a probable squircle display swap, where can the Galaxy Watch 8 improve? This is the Android Central Staff's wish list for Galaxy Watch 8 features. 1. Bring back the Classic or Pro. The Galaxy Watch Ultra is an amazing device for dedicated sports, with a truly durable construction and unusual advantages like a third quick button for shortcuts and an emergency siren. It's also $650, which is much cheaper than the Apple Watch Ultra 2, but still $200 more than the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, Samsung's last titanium watch with lengthy battery life. Samsung told us in a Q&A session that it wants to keep selling the Watch 6 Classic, much like the Watch 5 Pro stayed in stock for 2 years. But there's still a gap for those who want a rotating bezel or more battery life without wanting every expensive Ultra benefit or adopting last-gen specs. Our opinion is that Samsung will deprecate its Classic and Pro watches in the short term, although we wouldn't mind being proven incorrect. Just as Samsung sells 3 flagship phones, we think there's enough area for a mid-range choice between the inexpensive Galaxy Watch 8 and the eventual Galaxy Watch Ultra 2. 2. Dare we say, a crown? Look, the Watch 7's digital bezel has always felt like a compromise compared to the physical bezel of classic Galaxy watches. It works, but haptic clicks aren't the same as the tactile experience of moving a dial or crown. On the other side, the classic style makes Samsung watches significantly heavier and more expensive. A number of Android Central writers adore the Pixel Watch 2, in part because of the simplicity of having a dial instead of a touch bezel. It's the greatest alternative we can think of, and it's one that Samsung looks likely to use, since Apple loves its crowns, and Samsung has started mimicking its rivals' design decisions. 3. Improve the core battery life. Samsung's latest 4 smartwatches have had an estimated battery life of 40, 50, 40, and 40 hours, respectively. Aside from that Galaxy Watch 5 glitch, it's adhered at that number, ensuring that new watches with better processors and new capabilities remain efficient enough to survive. With the Galaxy Watch Ultra, you get 60 hours of battery life with AOD on, or up to 100 hours in power saver mode. Samsung, like Apple, has you pay for higher-end models to obtain longer battery life. But we've seen current Wear OS devices set to last from 80,100 hours in the same price range as the regular Watch 7. Google has even included a Wear OS hybrid interface that makes certain background operations use less battery life. We can only hope Samsung evolves with the rest of the field and makes improving battery life more of a focus. 4. Continue to update the health and fitness features. With the Galaxy Watch 7, Samsung geared more to athletes with enhanced sensors, a daily energy score similar to other companies' daily readiness or body battery scores, cycling FTP tests, and the ability to race your prior routes. And the Galaxy Watch Ultra included dual-band GPS with a decent 16 hours of monitoring. We appreciate that Samsung has chosen to take fitness more seriously, but you can still find lots of areas where Samsung slips behind the pack. Apple included training load to watch OS 11, so you may measure how your latest effort compares to past weeks and to your body's overall fitness level. You can also take rest days where you disable your daily rings when you're too tired, injured, or unwell to keep up your streaks. Samsung should be free to borrow these ideas, since Apple borrowed training load from other fitness watches. Otherwise, because Samsung wants to make AI a primary focus of its devices, we hope to see some kind of coaching AI feature on the next Wear OS update, giving advice on how long to walk, run, cycle, lift, or perform other workouts on a particular day to improve. You can get up to speed with Samsung's 2024 smartwatches with our Galaxy Watch 7 review and Galaxy Watch Ultra review, but it seems as though the series may get another shakeup in 2025 with the return of the classic model. A device with the model number SML505U and the name Galaxy Watch 8 Classic has been found in the Global System for Mobile Communications Association database, where every device that wants to connect to cell networks has to be registered. That's a very significant clue that we'll see a classic model in 2025, maybe even with a rotating bezel, as we received in 2023. However, we don't know much about the smartwatch for now. Samsung has constantly altering its wristwatch models and naming scheme over the previous few years, which makes predictions tough, but presumably there's also going to be a Galaxy Watch 8 making an appearance alongside the Classic Edition. As indicated above, we got the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 and the Galaxy Watch Ultra this year, with the wearables launching in July. Before that, we got the Samsung Watch 6 and the Samsung Watch 6 Classic in 2023. There wasn't a classic model in 2022. We got the Galaxy Watch 5 and the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, but there was a classic variant in 2021, when Samsung debuted the Galaxy Watch 4 and the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic. In other words, it's not been easy in recent years to keep up with all Samsung has been doing in the wristwatch business. Typically, the classic watch has cost more than the normal version, and come with an extra spinning bezel, of course. Fans of that bezel will no doubt enjoy the reintroduction of the Galaxy Watch Classic. If Samsung adheres to its regular timetable, then we might see a couple of new Samsung smartwatches releasing alongside some brand new foldables around July or August time. So let us know thought in the comments section. Then we'll see you in the next one. See you tomorrow. Peace out.